Okay, we're back. Back live. So, got match number 2 coming up here for THL. Thanks for being patient and going through the whole 10-minute process to restart and start the stream back up again. So, Rebob's back. Wild is back. I'm back. So, that's yeah, that's right. So, if you guys want to go over we do have the bands. We have Glee's banned Rogue, so Super Chicken's Rogue is gone with Super Chicken banning Glee's Paladin. So I'm going to flip it over to the deck list matchup, and you guys can chat away. Yep, if you like. And then just for our viewers, we are going to be spectating Super Chicken first. He'll be at the bottom of the screen with Glee on top. Looks like the players are jumping in. Yep.
Jane versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun!
All I ever wanted was study.
more bones to gnaw on.
Muzzle their magic. Obviously, I never miss.
Magic? Yeah, I've heard of it.
You get accustomed to the smell.
Muzzle their magic. Muzzle their magic.
Job done.
runs out on me.
More bones to gnaw on. Here for the tour?
Haven't heard of me? You will.
That is my currency.
Like if he plays the cards in the wrong order and then, cram sessions or something.
Okay. Super Chicken just playing control mage at this point.
Yep.
Um, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, he has the Tamsin, so yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah, but so Glaze just gonna look for maximum possible healing.
right.
That's all he really cares about because he knows there's a multicaster and a cram session still lurking, and there's also 2 ignites. So there's going to be a turn where maybe 4 ignites get played all
Well,
at
the thing
once.
about Tamsin too is that you get 3/3s, and he's at 3 life.
Yes, that is
You've
true.
already
And
seen
but the
both
second
fire
fire
sales.
fell. Yeah, this is definitely a game to go back and look. There's the Battle Master, finally.
Third to the last deck, card and deck.
I'm almost out of cards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's obviously these turns are really complicated, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, but I think we're all in agreement that Morburn needed to go face.
Yeah, it looked like there was a path to lethaling right there, but
Almost out of
Yeah, because as it turned out, I don't think that the mana discounts really did too much. Maroon Orb gonna look for something. Hot Streak isn't bad.
yeah, hot streak.
You win.
Yeah, I
And the
think there's just no way to
Concede.
get that much damage.
Nope.
Yikes.
The thing about multicast drawing 3 is there's only 1 card left in the deck. There can only be
Right.
2 at any one point. So that those 2 ticks of fatigue are just lethal at quite often.
Hmm.
And Glay getting the unfavourable there with
Pretty
Super
huge.
Chicken on the pop-off turn. Some
Turns are
questionable
not
lines.
easy for sure. So
No, they are not. But that's one of the the really good matchups done. And
For the
Super
light
Chicken had
for my daughter.
the
All
start.
I ever wanted was study.
Now Glay bringing up Miracle Priest into, I think it's probably the worst of the 3 matchups available to it with the Mizaki Mage. But when you have both Blood Weavers, didn't really want to see the second one just there. Really was hoping to go Thrive in the Shadows into Palm Reading, then Insight, draw 1, be able to drop 2 in the same turn and absolutely pop off. It does hit the Palm Reading, so the Insight is going to pick up the Malagos. Oh no, or alternately the Zarella. This Blade is running the list, which does run Zarella as a 4th minion.
Why
Not
don't you think he plays Thalanos there with the 1 mana left over? Is it because you want to kill it yourself or something?
Feed on this well.
potentially scared of Shard of the Naru. That's all I
Oh,
can really think
right.
of.
That's
Or
true.
potentially
Nice
wants
draw.
to use the spell damage to kill this Bloodweaver
Sure.
with the.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
this is
Using the
cute.
Siphon mana to discount.
Perhaps was thinking about this exact eventuality,
Yeah, perhaps.
as he did have the First Flame and the Siphon in hand. Was thinking, well, if they just drop it, I can do
thought
this
purple, not
potentially.
red.
Now does the silence come out, you think?
Not sure. It's a spell, which is
Right.
ever so crucial.
Yeah. Denying draw to your opponent, is that more important though? Guess not.
It's all a matter of perspective. It does get the Crown Session for 2 is lovely in this scenario, and looks like Super Chicken is going to kill it off.
Yeah.
Really wants to guarantee that draw.
He basically
Because,
drew 2 extra cards because of the lack of silence there.
yeah. And just if there is a Shard of the Naru in hand, you just won't deny the value from it, because
Right.
it was there was a decent chance it didn't get played the previous turn, but this turn, if there is a pop-off turn, it'll come down
Yeah, it's
because
coming
it's
down.
going to cost 0.
Yeah, I'm sure that was, it's very likely that was the thought process anyway, right? Is like, we'll probably just silence it later.
Yeah, but a little bit awkward for Guy thing here. Things started out pretty well, but he's not got the backup tools that the Bloodweavers really need to properly get going. Not seen Gift of Luminance, not seen the Psyche Split. Picks up the Malagos here, so going to be doing his best to try and discount that. But the problem with these Draconic Studies is they're going to put something else in the hand.
Right. Yeah.
Second Malagos, probably not the most ideal thing, and yet big expensive dragon, going to be very difficult to play. But at least this Malagos is going to be playable next turn.
Yep,
Going to hope
pretty
to
nice.
pick up her Powered Fortitude. Glaze list does cut one of those for the Zarella, as well as a
Alright,
Focused
multi-cast
Will.
coming. That was a nice pickup from the trade.
It absolutely was. So both Bloodweavers are now dead. So Glay is on either, win with these dragons.
I mean, he does have a pretty strong turn here. Gets to
He
corrupt
does,
the
whatever
these
it's called.
summon a 7 card, right?
Auspicious Spirits, it's called.
Yeah, I don't know the
You
names
don't
of
know
it.
that. Nobody knows the name of that card. Literally nobody. Right, let's see what random 7 drop is in the box.
Oh my
That's,
god.
Bear is a decent one. That's,
Yes.
no minions are hit in face ever again.
Right.
And can just drop a Powered Fortitude on it if he really wants to. Got a decent board, but because it's so narrow, the flurry is going to do something here.
But there's no
Mizaki.
yeah, no Mizaki. There's no, what's the word I'm like, the missiles that devolving.
Evolving this.
So you can also just buff these up and just make it so that when they do run out, you're just dead, right?
I mean, yes, but this is Mizaki Mage.
Sure.
It
There's a
doesn't
lot of
need that
breezes.
many more turns.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
also
that's
two
true. You only have
turns
12 cards.
is all you need.
Yeah, he's just going for the draw here. Still not finding it though.
But it does find a second flow. So, drawing through this deck is going to be absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, 10 cards left.
Interesting that went for the brain freeze over the flurry.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that as well because he could easily play another dragon that he was holding, which makes the flurry less effective.
Right, so what I want to see here is powered fortitude, Elip mount, go face, hope.
Right.
You've got the bless for this Malagos if it wakes up, but you kind of just got to smoke him down and hope at this point.
Oh,
I think
you have the bless also for the bear, right? If you're gonna buff the bear.
I'm going for the psyche split. Just make more bears, I guess. Perhaps this is an intending to play around the flurry. Wants to keep one minion able to attack. Should that come about?
Why not fortitude before? I guess he's trading.
Yeah, I think he is holding onto the fortitude for a turn where he will be using bless.
Okay. Still no Mozaki. Bottom 7.
Bottom 7. Gonna draw yet further.
There it is.
There it is, but not the mana to play it just yet.
2 tradables in the bottom 5. So next turn is gonna go.
Yep.
Ooh, gets a tradable back.
Super Chicken's chance to redeem himself. This is coming up next turn. There's no way he dies from what is ostensibly 32 health with the ice barrier. The fortitude bless puts the bear up to 15 attack, so just under halfway there.
I assume you just go, right? Like there's no point not to.
So that gift now does nothing.
Yeah, unless you attack first.
Well, no, actually, because of the armor.
Oh, right. Forgot.
Clay searching for a game plan here. Really wants the bless to do something. Going for a psychic split on the Malagos. Really trying to set up that bless.
Yeah, just make more stuff.
The funny thing is, the copy is frozen for another turn.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, because it's got summoning sickness and it's frozen.
Alright, here we go. Let's see the thing.
He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with.
No, it has both. Oh no, there's the second mana biscuit. Forgot that was still in the deck. So that makes things a whole lot easier.
That should be it.
It isn't.
Wait, that? I don't think he needed to arcane there, the intellect. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he had it without the arcane intellect.
Yeah, the arcane intellect was he's 1 mana off now.
Right. That's why I didn't think he needed to draw more cards.
Oh no. I mean, is he dead on the counter swing? That's the question.
Ooh, did he get that fire sale off?
Well, it's not playable.
Oh yeah, it's not playable. You're right.
6, 12,
dead, right?
Heal the thing to 13. It'll go to 15.
I'm
Oh no, there's
assuming it
16,
blows.
22, 28. I
Form is perfect,
Ooh,
not really red.
is that
yeah,
lethal? That's it,
yeah,
right?
the focus will is lethal. Oh, and I wasn't even counting the powerful. Yeah, this was way over lethal.
This battle
Wait,
is far from over.
What?
he didn't take the line.
What
What?
knowledge do the
I
stars
was
provide?
fairly certain that was lethal.
Wait, it still is.
Oh, it still is?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah, with the focus, yeah, with the silence. That's true. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Sorry, we took
I
the
was,
DM for misplaying.
there are so
Of
many
course,
different
it
ways you
wasn't
could get
misplaying.
there, I guess.
Yeah, he did the important things. Like he
Right.
started the turn in the correct way and he ended the turn in the correct way. It was just he did a bunch of unnecessary crap in the
Yeah,
middle,
in the middle.
which kind of threw us off a bit, but he got there. The important thing, he didn't do anything which stopped the lethal happening,
Right.
and that's 2-0 to Glade. But
All I
you know,
ever wanted
now we
was
reach
study.
the shaman, and Super Chicken is really hoping he doesn't get swept on Mazaki Mage in largely favorable matchups
Yeah, I mean, it's
with
probably, I don't
some.
know how much he plays this deck, I guess, on ladder now, right? After the nerf. Maybe he mostly played it pre-nerf, but less so now. It
Yeah,
feels like there's some cobwebs, that's all,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that that previous game, that one mana spent on the Arcane Intellect would have resulted in lethal.
Right.
I don't, because the damage breakpoints were way over, so the extra one spell damage shouldn't have had any kind of impact. And he did have all the burn already in hand, I believe.
Yeah. He had four
Yeah.
burn cards in hand, so he only, well, the way I think of it is you just divide it basically, right? You just say, okay, 4 things go to face, each one in increments of +1, and what is the value you need to get to in terms of spell damage. So he didn't really need that much, relatively speaking.
No, and he had that floating one mana with the 2-cost burn spell in his hand, just like, oh
Right.
crap. Little bit awkward. So but this is the redemption story. I think the shaman may have been the target.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you got to string
Prison
together 3
Phoenix.
good ones now.
So when that awakens, Thalnos Cram Session is going to allow for 3 cards to be drawn. But the thing is, unless we see a flow off the top here, this is, I'd say, probably the weakest of Super Chicken's draws so far.
He's thinking about the fire sale. Okay, he goes for it.
I mean, this.
Feels a little aggressive, right? I guess because he wants the Phoenix to live. I mean, he doesn't want to. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure there.
Yeah, possibly just thinking about having the Phoenix guaranteed live, and because he wants to Thalnos Cram Session this turn every time, he didn't want to be taking that kind of. It would basically amount to he's healed for 8 with that fire cell.
Sure.
So if he's locked into this line, I like it. There's the Mazaki, comes into hand nice and early, not like the previous game. But we haven't seen Siphon Mana or Flow, so everything's
Right.
fully costed right now, which is it's a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
But a problem which does need to be dealt with is this Phoenix. That has to die.
Does the Quest Shaman ever play Quest in any of the matchups that we're gonna see?
Like, do you have that thing where you're just so used to, like, I have never seen the Quest Shaman mulligan the Quest.
Yeah.
I
thought that was interesting as well, just because the
completely
levels
missed
still
it.
have value.
I just completely missed it happening, to be perfectly honest with you. I just realized that just like, because I was looking at the Perpetual Flame, just like, oh, does this trigger the next prop? Oh wait, no.
Yeah, there's no proc. Yeah, it's an interesting decision to mold a quest. There's probably some data on this, but um, instinctively it doesn't. It just feels like the unlock is still valuable. The 3/3 is something. I don't know.
I genuinely just kind of thought to myself, like, wait, are we being really stupid? And he's playing Burn Shaman. Nope, the quest is there.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I guess you just get there, or in this matchup, I guess you have to get there with just early blood pressure, which is exactly what he's doing, right?
Oh, Alara, interesting. Gurabashi
Yeah.
Berserker, also potentially interesting. Pretty annoying 8 health to deal with, but just going for the 7/3. It's kind of annoying.
He has to actually think about whether Spirit Path is worth it or not. And he says yes.
I mean, it's good when you get an overdraft.
That's huge. I mean, he has another charge call in hand as well. So he is putting together with reload with multicaster. He is putting together quite a bit of pressure.
There's the Siphon Mana.
But we're still looking for flow, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, Siphon Mana it's flow for your hand, right?
Sure.
Like, then there's the flow.
He finds a flow.
He's going to burn a card next turn, though, so...
Not too many cards. What's the worst card he could burn?
The second Cram Session, because one's already been played.
Right.
That would hurt.
Yeah, that would hurt. Is he gonna overdraft, I assume?
I think he's just thinking about whether to rock better than overdraft or Thalmos than overdraft, get the extra damage. Looks like that's what's been going for, and then top it off with a nice multicaster. That draws.
At what cost should he play this charge call? It's at 6 right now.
Perhaps I don't mind when you're trying to be really aggressive going for 6 drops. 7 drops are fairly crap. 8 drops are obviously the best. And have been for pretty much since forever.
I mean, he has basically only one Overlord card in hand right now. So he could get it to 7. If he draws, if he top decks Lightning Bolt, he can get it to 8. And play it on the same turn is what I was thinking, but...
Yeah, the Canals look a little bit slow to be doing it, but I think you still just go for it. Goes for the 6 drop instead. Gadget's Hand Auctioneer.
Does have Auctioneer.
Right, we're playing Miracle Shaman now.
Yep, we're going.
We are literally playing Miracle Shaman.
Let's get some more draw.
I forget that card is in the core set every single time. Why does it exist?
I know, right?
It's just so... Oh, and Super Chicken is going. Let's see what happens.
He's got 2 Ignites in hand and lots of 0 mana cards.
Yep.
I just want to see him point things to face at some point.
Yes.
Please, just point things to face.
I saw something get drawn which pointed at face. I think that's done it. The Mizaki, their attempt does get through. It looks like,
that's what you gotta do. Just point things at face. Ignore the board. Just trust your deck. You will draw damage.
Yep. Siphon Mana should always be going face when you've got Mizaki on the board.
Right.
That's our lesson for today. We're not Scorestone, but we're still educational. Mizaki, go face. So that's the Mizaki through for Super Chicken, and the Quest Shaman falls at the first hurdle for Glade. Does have 2 more attempts, which, in these kind of target matchups is where you want to be. You want to have the
Yeah.
full 3 attempts to potentially high roll. Already shown that he's willing to go for some, some wacky strategies. Throwing
Right.
away the Shaman quest as quest Shaman is pretty out there.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, if you look at when you're going to die, right? You're expecting to die on 8 or 9. That's not really enough time for you to get much value from the quest, I suppose.
So I imagine we're going to see this Sleepbreaker kept for Glay. I'm interested to see whether he thinks that this is a keep matchup, and he does. Interesting. And also, I think Isuchi can throw away Nature Studies and Lightning Blade.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little surprised by the mulligan there, just throwing everything away. Is it just hard mull for Anaconda or alignment maybe?
Alignment's obviously great. If they go for the quest reward, you want to alignment before they get it in their hand.
Right.
That makes it. That is the card that he was probably looking for the most, with Overgrowth, Guff, and alignment in hand,
Yep.
and a Jury Rig
Oh
Carpenter.
my god.
Ooh, this is one
Disgusting.
Anaconda away from just some really stupid shit.
So it's going to be coin overgrowth into Guff probably, right?
Yeah, Coin Overgrowth puts him at 5 mana, 6 on the falling 10, can play Guff and Hero Power for the Mana Crystal.
Oh, he's going to clear?
I mean, this is a great opportunity to actually get ahead on board, and being ahead on board into your Overgrowth turn is, you can't really ask for more. It doesn't change the breakpoints.
Right,
really.
that's true.
Delays it by 1 turn. So it's still going to be able to Overgrowth Guff into alignment.
Well,
Can actually hold off on Guff until post-alignment.
Yeah, I think that doesn't actually change when alignment comes down, I think, right?
So it was correct to Guff pre-alignment with if you coin Overgrowth, but I think it's correct to do it post-alignment with this particular line.
Oh, interesting, right.
Because, just gaining that Mana Crystal post-alignment is huge. Yeah, and you see, because of the Malverick being tacked in and being able to play on 4, Glay's whole game plan just got shut down, which was just while they dally, play ramp, kind of pass.
Yeah, to get some pressure. Oh, he decides to play Guff now.
It's fair enough.
I liked your plan, though, honestly.
Yep. Yeah. Ooh, Lightning Blade. Nice. So I think the reasoning there, obviously my line was one, but this way he's digging faster towards Anaconda, and this hand with Anaconda wins 100% of the time.
Right.
Like he weathered the early 3-2s. They just didn't materialize for Glay, who needs to think of a whole different game plan now. And Glay is also in a really awkward position where he doesn't want to end this turn overloaded. Because if he does so, his next turn will be shut out entirely.
So we'll see the bloom, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, probably the charge call is going to come down. Just to generate something, but...
Ooh, he goes ahead and overloads himself anyway. Is it just double charge call? Is that why?
Yeah, it's either double charge.
Pass a turn after this, I guess.
Ooh, Bloodguard is interesting. Moonfang. Or a second Bloodguard. Both pretty fantastic. Yeah, it does go for the Moonfang here. At least going to get a trade with this Umbral Owl into something. Deals with the spell damage. It's not like anything is going to be remotely playable for Glay this turn, who is overloaded by, 4.
Yeah.
He's on -3 mana crystals right now.
Well, there is pressure on the board, but...
Yeah, the Bloodguard is doing some work. Oh,
things are going to get gross in a hurry.
Yes. And so we're just about sequencing. What is the best chance of getting Anaconda and looks like it's Moonlit Guidance. Lockhart Harvar is not too bad. Not
Interesting.
the best though. Gonna ramp here it seems. And just leave this Moonfang to do its thing.
I mean, I guess
Oh.
post alignment, you feel like you do have some time, even with the Moonfang staring at you.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Battlegrounds Battlemaster in the deck. You've seen both Charge Call, so it would be hilarious to see Charge Call into a Battlegrounds Battlemaster, but yeah, that's not possible.
Right.
Spell damage with the
Ooh, it's pretty nice. Yeah, with the Serpent Shrine, right?
mini mage is pretty good going. But you know, this is still very much at the point where Super Chicken draws Anaconda, he wins game.
It's a intimidating board.
That it is. I think we're going to see.
Double the war.
Yep. I'm really interested by we're not starting with the enrich here.
Guess we're gonna draw spells. Do second alignment.
Ooh, nourish. Yeah, nourish into Sonar into Moonlit Guidance has a very good chance of hitting the Anaconda now. With the
Right.
the double solar Sonarian
Yeah.
also in hand.
Oh, he's gonna alignment. Okay, so I was wondering about that because maybe he's afraid of dying to some shenanigans.
Yep, well, there are no shenanigans to be had now. He did acknowledge that, well, they're overloaded. If I do this,
Right.
they cannot kill me. It's literally impossible. And there's a good chance I kill them on the counter swing with the survive. Well,
Yeah, survival. You have this Arcane Devourer. You have Nourish to get some more, to play more cards.
yeah, survival, smite, solar, germination. I think with Nourish,
Yeah, okay.
draw 3, he could always guarantee the Anaconda that turn.
Right.
And yeah, Glade knew he was dead. So that is, after a quick 2-0, we're back to 2-2. And this is a matchup I've never even seen played before. Quest Shaman into Owl TK Warlock. I'm much more familiar with the wild version of Owl TK, which is the dumbest deck imaginable.
It does seem. I can understand why the L2K is still going to be favored because obviously inevitability, but like you have the tools to hold off the pressure, right?
Yes. Like the Warlock has the removal to deal with the Shaman trying to smoke it down in the early turns if they try to go that route. They don't really play much in the way of minions for the Shaman to kind of get their reactive stuff played, to overload them, to complete the quest quickly. Things like the Perpetual Flame just don't really have a target a lot of the time, which just gives the LTK that little bit of extra time to get through. Looking at the stats for this particular matchup.
HS Replay says top 1,000 last 7 days. It's 65 in favor of the mage. Oh, not the mage. The what is he playing? The LTK.
Yeah, that's
Deck is not correct. What happens? They just stop and start?
I just regame, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are both players aware of this?
That's
Yeah, they're still playing. Is he sure that how does he know that?
I
I'm
just
looking at the
realized.
list. I can't see how he would know right away.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know.
got no
If they're
idea.
Nature waits for
Well, if they're continuing, then Super Chicken, whatever card he's noticed is there which shouldn't be, he cannot play or it's a DQ.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there it is.
hysteria.
It's hysteria.
Yep.
Dude, they don't want to I don't. Okay.
Oh, he's just going to play with. Oh, wait, no, this is a very different deck.
Yeah,
What?
you sure he doesn't? He should just.
Well,
Isn't it?
it's too late now.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say why
both
The
players.
rules say it's got to happen like mulligan.
immediately, right?
You can't just play a few turns and then decide you want to regame it.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
The
Very
root
strange.
chicken's gone for he's got to just not play the hysterias, which is really funny.
I wonder what was replaced.
Well, we'll find out if we reach the end of the deck.
My guess is things like Spice Bread Maker or something like that, but
Yep, I guess.
that seems to be the largest flex card, I guess.
here for the tour.
Ooh,
Ooh.
double
Gets the
rods.
weapon, gets the discount on the tap. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, one funny thing I've noticed with this deck is it's actually a disadvantage a lot of the time to have Tamsin's Phylactery in your hand early if you get the double rod. Because
Right.
it often ends up costing 0, which means you don't get to do the double proc with Little Tamsin.
Yeah.
So generally you want to either pop off a bit earlier before the last rod procs, which you can generally do. 3 whole discounts on your hand is absurd.
So the queuing the wrong deck does seem like it's having an effect right off the bat, right? Because these two hysterias could be some kind of removal or something.
Yep, if they were the Spice Bread Baker, that would be pretty good right now.
Yeah. He plays one of them in the deck, so that seems like maybe that's gone.
Maybe a full-blown evil, maybe both full-blown evils.
Oh, maybe it's just both full blown evils instead. But again, that's removal. But
Yep, so Rod coming online now. Health is getting a little bit low.
for sure.
Drain Soul is going to help with that. Electing to
Not
abstain
gonna-
from the tap this
Yeah,
turn.
just in case there's some burn.
Yeah, have already seen one Serpent Sharp Portal and one Lightning Bolt, but there is
There is something.
that Tidal Surge, which could be anything. Gee, being able to play these Hysterias right now would be
Death
wonderful.
Warden prevents this from drawing a card.
That is pretty funny. But the Moarg Drain Soul is going to go a long way here.
Do you Grimoire ever? It's kind of risky. Oh, he can still play the Drain Soul, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, leaves it on 1 health. Does it this way to ensure that Thalnos dies and doesn't draw a card.
Right. He's gonna get a discount.
There's the
This
Lightning Bolt.
burn. I know. He's gonna get Brukan.
Yep, it's playable
So
right
Bolt?
now.
Yeah. The question is, do you clear the Artificer and do you aim the Bolt face? You have to play Brukan, so
Yeah, I mean, the bolt's always been played. The only question is where do you direct it? If you direct it face and they don't have another Drain Soul, then you can kill them with the... Actually, there's no hard burn remaining in the deck. Both portals, both bolts have been
Right.
played now.
but you can discover it from guidance and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, Chicken's just going to have to say, well, I need to find a way to kill this. So, backfire it is.
Yep. Oh. Ooh, Tamsin.
There's the Baker.
Oh, there's the Baker. But he does have a huge heal right here. This
Yeah.
could seal the game, essentially.
Yeah, that is massive. And now we're looking at charge call off the top to get some proper reload, as Chicken just doesn't really have a way to answer it. No, pretty terrible as it goes. It's probably just Primordial Perpetual Flame, Canalal, Slogger, hope.
Do you flame here with the? Do you? I guess maybe you don't care about the overloads because he can clear
Um,
without that, but maybe it doesn't matter.
he may be thinking like he's seen Tamsin, so the chances of some kind of partial popping off maybe have increased. So could want to hold onto the heal, but just says nah. Oh, that is a great pickup. So the school spirits plus Mortal Coil gonna allow Super Chicken to keep drawing. Could
Yeah.
drop the second rod.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, these Hysterios have just been taunting Super Chicken this game.
It's yeah, but it does. As you can tell, this is a favored matchup, right? Because it did make it close, but he hasn't needed those cards. Okay, he goes for a draw. All right, that's also really good. Oh, interesting to me that he's not. I guess he's just trying to get the owl down. Wait, this is a
I think
50-50. Wait,
that was
what?
that was a miscounting.
I don't. Yeah,
That was
that was very
definitely a
strange.
miscounting. Because he took that action once he saw the touch of the Natrazim,
So
and
he
then
thought he had
kind
one
of
mana, you think?
either to coil it or to touch the owl or touch the canal slugger, something along those lines. And Glay can maybe use the perpetual flame with these Thaunoses to kill the owl, hopefully keep the canal slugger alive, and maybe draw a card as well.
Yeah, you're just hoping to draw from these Thalanoses, right?
Yeah, it's still very much, charged call is fantastic. Perpetual flame means that it's still playable afterwards.
All right, gets a draw.
Another primordial studies.
Guild Trader.
Gets the tradables, get the tradables.
Let's set up for later, I guess. Oh, he's gonna keep the other one. Okay. Oh no. Okay, he's gonna trade it.
Yep.
That is not enough.
That's lethal.
Oh, is it?
No, there's no way of clearing.
You can't kill them.
Forward.
He missed one heal there.
It looks like he's just going for the board of it.
Yeah.
So, Fireheart Revolve wins game the game.
Yeah. This is.
I am so used to Defile being the activator or Plague of Flames.
Right.
I can't remember what the activator is in this deck.
Well, yeah, it would have been the School Spirits, but he already played both of them.
Yep. So maybe that was kind of the nod here, that he's played both Grimoire of Sacrifice, he's played both School Spirits.
Yeah, Cam's Rome's gone. Oh, here it goes. That's not a revolve.
Yeah, but it's
still good.
Yeah, I mean, just getting large minions which can soak up these owl procs.
Oh, Hex?
Wind chill.
Okay. Yeah, just draw.
Still
he could have played the Hex.
I think he's looking for Revolve specifically.
Right.
So he's just taking the cheapest option possible.
Gonna try to heal after some of these 8 damage. Ooh, unlucky.
I mean, I think if you're Glay, if it hits a minion...
that's true, yeah. It doesn't really... devolve.
He's just won.
He doesn't need it. It's over. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, the game's over.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's no way that these two...
No, there's no way. Yeah, the 12-12 and the 7-7, there's no way.
Oh, that was the activator.
Yeah, that could have been the activator, correct. I think the line there before was playing the rod and then just kind of playing out the cards so that you could get some kind of combo off. Oh,
yeah.
unfortunate. I think that You could kind of tell by that last play too that he was off his game a bit. Like he could have also just made more imps. Like he could have flooded the board. If the line was going to be, we just have to make a thing and hope it's enough. He could have made more imps too with that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was necessary to go in on that turn.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Just not sure.
Well, the
Getting
shaman
into
gets there.
Yep.
The shaman gets there, takes a Glay, remains undefeated, 8-0 for the season.
8-0.
Defeats Super Chicken, who is now 6-1.
Hey, Try. What's going on? What's going on, Glee?
Hey, how's it going?
Congrats on the win, buddy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
8-0, huh?
Hey, has anyone done it before? Pro?
Oh, I don't know about pro actually.
Yeah, no, Liquid Ox went 10-0.
10-0.
Oh, it was
Season.
10-0? I wasn't sure. That was the one that came to mind, but I wasn't sure if he was undefeated.
Oh,
And
well,
he-
I'll
and-
take
and I
second
think-
time.
Yeah, and I think he did it by like rolling over,
Yes, he
Like
did by
5
rolling
weeks in a
over.
row.
That was the insane part.
which was hilarious. But yeah, that was pretty cool. You got the quest shaman through in the end.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough there. I kept drawing multicaster in my opening hand when I had nothing. So, but
It works.
yeah, it worked out. His hand was worse. So,
Yeah, that last one he was playing. I guess he told you, right? He messaged you about the deck.
I'm not. No. I didn't.
Oh, he told us basically that it wasn't actually the deck he submitted. So
Oh.
two of the cards were unplayable because they weren't in the list.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had two Hysterias in hand that were just sitting there, and
Oh.
they were supposed to be. I think they're full blown evils. They're supposed to be full blown evils.
Yeah. That makes sense. If I saw a random hysteria, I might have had a couple
Yeah.
question marks.
What face? Yeah, but I suppose it didn't tell you. I think if it's caught in the mulligan, you can do
Yeah, we
something,
thought
but
they were he was gonna regame, but I guess he just decided that it was his mistake and wanted to play it out.
And ironically, he like drew both of them by like turn 4.
Yeah.
So he just had -2 cards for the entire game.
You know, I can't say anything because I've submitted the wrong deck list before for a Masters tour, which is
Oh
much
man.
bigger of a
Sure.
deal. So, I mean, I get it. It sucks, but it happens
Yeah.
to the best of us.
For sure.
Monsanto's Zololess Quest Rogue.
So what was your thought process? I do have a question about the first game when you threw away the quest. We were both talking, we kind of missed it actually, that you threw away the quest. And then we were talking retroactively, like, isn't there some value to step 1 and 2 in the mage matchup, like to some degree, but
So the reason why is actually a wire strat. So the reason why is because Overdraft has such high. It's already a bad matchup, right?
Right.
So you need to kill them usually before turn 7, turn 8. So by the time your quest, the first proc is almost counterintuitive because you want to get value off your overdrafts. So especially with that kind of matchup where you kind of need to curve out and just hit your cards and then potentially hit a nice overdraft for some nice burst in the mid game. Because if you wait for the quest completion, a lot of times your overdrafts are just sitting in your hand and
I
you don't
see.
have enough burn to finish the game.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, because at that point I was like, wait, is he gonna like mull the quest in all of these matchups just because they're all unfavored and maybe that you are trying to race in some of these, but I guess not, right?
No, I wasn't. I definitely never threw it away against Warlock because
Right.
I always was going to hit the quest reward against Warlock.
For
And
sure.
I don't think I'm unfavored against Owllock. I'm definitely unfavored against Hand, but
Stats
Owllock
say
is
otherwise, but I know what you mean.
no. Well,
Yeah, I mean there were a couple of things from the Warlock side which maybe would have made life
Yeah.
a bit harder for you. Like, yeah, the turn he left your 6-1 slugger alive, we're pretty sure he miscounted his mana
Oh,
because
Yeah.
he had coil in hand as
He
well
had
as
ways to
touch.
remove it. He didn't even necessarily need to play the owl, I don't think. But because like he could have saved School of Spirits for a combo too, I think.
yeah,
Right?
that was when he threw away the second School of Spirits. I kind of knew that I can just win off board
Right.
at that point because he had no way to proc it except for like single procs with like Mortal Coil and the touch. So I knew at that
Wh-
point all I needed to do was flood the board.
when you played Fireheart, my theory was you were just going for revolve. Were you?
Yes, I mean Revolve would have finished the game, but also I was just trying to get. I basically wanted the highest percentage out to just not die. There is a world where everything just hits me in the face. Um,
Yep.
Right.
I've definitely had some unlucky things happen to me, so I knew I was basically 95% plus at that point, and if I could
Right.
discover Revolve or Devolving, that was probably the only way to get my percentage higher.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty well played.
Yeah, very well played. Like navigating some of these difficult matchups, even the lines you took where, it didn't pan out for you, but made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I felt like I was quite unlucky in a lot of, specifically with the Quest Shaman. I wasn't hitting the cards I wanted to hit.
Right.
Um, but that's just Hearthstone. Sometimes that's the way it goes, and
For
I
sure.
was still luckier than my opponent. So
Yeah. Now, if you, I mean, you put yourself in the best position to win with your worst deck.
Right.
Just give yourself 3 chances at it, and
yeah, so
hopefully it just gets there.
it's funny because I kind of knew I like Super Chickens brought Mage every single week that I like looked at. So I was like, oh, he's gonna bring Mage, and I considered going a full anti-Mage lineup. Um, but because of comfort, I decided not to, and I decided to go with just comfort picks because it's been working for me so far.
Nice.
And
Um,
it continued working.
Yeah, you played that the Quest Charmin great, even though they were all unfavorables. So, and then you also got there with 3 chances, right? Which is great.
thank you.
Undefeated streak continues.
One more week, right?
No, this was my last week. We have a bye week next week.
Oh, okay. So then playoffs, I guess, right? If you guys are in.
Hopefully, let's hope my team can
Yeah, you're in
get
the
the
same
rest of the
position
way.
as us, where next week is going to be like, I hope everyone slightly below us just screws up.
Yeah, I mean it sucks not having your fate in your own hands, but we
Right.
could have. There were definitely we had a lot of close series this season. I feel like most of our losses were 2-3 losses, so just like a couple more game wins could have swayed the difference, because I think we have a losing record, which is kind of crazy. So
Yeah, for sure.
That's quite funny.
Well, hopefully you guys make it because then you can keep the streak alive, right? Go for the 11-0
yeah, let's see if I can continue in the playoffs.
for sure.
All right.
No one else got any questions? Oh, we done.
We're good. So try. Thanks again, man. Congrats on the win.
All right, thank you so much.
Got it, buddy. Enjoy your night.
You too.
Wow. Well, we got our game 5. I was hoping for a game 5 tonight versus these two because 2 undefeated players. You always want to see the best outcome. So we got it.
We got it.
Yeah, good games.
We do have one match for tomorrow, I believe, for tomorrow night there with Eternal versus Airy. That's in Legacy.
Ooh.
So that's set up with Wild9 and myself doing some things, casting. So
Yeah, we'll be back.
yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything going on for Schoolstone, but Lotus Knight will, I'm sure, be posting that in the THL content. But was there anything that kind of grabbed your attention between the two matches tonight, guys? before we let you go?
Not from my end. Said everything I wanted
My
to
only
say.
thought is just that every little thing matters. Like that's why I always feel not just watching but playing in these matches. Like one win here or there completely changes everything, or one turn here or there. You know, it's kind of crazy how that is. So going, 7-0, 8-0 is crazy because it means like you basically are always playing optimally, which I think is
Yep.
so hard to do.
And especially in pro, which the competition, especially if you're in the AKA 1 seed position in pro, you're going up against theoretically the best of
Best
each
of the
seed.
best.
Yep. So
Yep.
congrats to Glee for getting there, and even Super Chicken obviously for having a 6-1 record too. And in pro is nothing to be shy about.
That.
That's right.
Definitely.
So, but that ends it for us. We will see you guys tomorrow night. So tune in to Salty Saturday with Wild9 and myself. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.